I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, oh. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us.
And I guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or the loser. Today we all wear the jersey of Liberia, and the victory belongs to the people, to the peace and to our democracy. As we begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George the new president, will first give thanks and praises to the Almighty God for the blessing He has bestowed upon our country. And I say, my people, thank you,
The supporters of His Excellency Joseph Bana presents him as a poor man from Lofa, and I said that he will understand the plight of the poor people. Fellow Liberians, do not be fooled. Vice President Bana is not poor like you, not even as me. As Vice President, his office received more money. His office received more money from the government budget than any other vice president has received in Liberia's history. He has enjoyed some of the best and most lucrative government jobs. Minister of Agriculture, Ambassador, Managing Director of LPMC, at the time when LPMC had money, and several other positions. First President Bana might have been poor a long time ago, but today he is among the richest 1% of Liberians who are enjoying the best of this country.
That led to decades of war still run deep. But so too does the longing for reconciliation. A reconciliation defined not by political bargaining or by an artificial balance of power, by tribe, region, religion, or ethnicity, but by the equality of opportunity and a better future for all Liberians.
I'm extremely happy to be in the United States of America, long considered the lands of free and the home of the brave. My visit here today is a response to the kind invitation extended me by President Ronald Reagan, a man of abiding courage, strong will, and foresight. As you know, Liberia and the United States have a long and historic friendship which spans more than 150 years.
And you have to respect her.
What I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that they say Mr. Kobe is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia is complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I've mentioned earlier, I don't know if, I'm sure you were here, right? You playing the game, right? I'm married to Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense.
I resigned May 11th. When on the start of the new session, after the president of Liberia, after our Supreme Court victory for us, and the president made his now famous speech that they will continue to work with the so-called majority, even before defining what that majority was going to be, because we're going into a new session. We decided that to avoid the continuous confrontations and acrimony at the legislature, we decided to step aside. So we resigned. They never got the votes to try us or remove us, and we maintained they would not have gotten the votes. There is a reason why the Constitution requires a supermajority, and if we wanted to go by the rule of law, and we should go by the rule of law, 49 votes were required. That was never attained, so we resigned.
I'm too hard on the CDC. You know, it's for reasons sometimes, Akaro. The big ball that CDC dropped, it was right, one of it was right in Nimba. My brother, let me tell you something. There's nowhere in the world where hundreds of candidates participate in the election. And in the second round, only 2%. And the number of vote cast in the second round is more than the first round. It's not possible. That's what happened in Nimba.
He is adjusting. Watch this moment without any commentary. It's going down. First blow. There you have it.
Because the party felt betrayed. The Salif-led administration was splashing jobs and cash and political cohesion, arresting our people arbitrarily, putting them behind bars. The CDC got challenged. We brave the storm. We challenge the status quo. We never surrender. The first 6 years we never surrender. 12 years we never surrender. And this party will never, with emphasis, ever surrender to the evil forces. By 2011, 3 of our soldiers were executed on this party ground. 2 at the back and 1 right at the headquarters. The man who shot and killed our people today is a darling boy in the Liberian National Police. They brought him back to shoot more guns. Get ready to shoot. Because we challenge the status quo appropriately. Kuma was murdered on this battleground. The boy was killed.
Yeah, good morning to all. Today we use this morning with Bana FM 98.5. If you are tuned into Bana FM 98.5, we are going live along and we'll be discussing the state of the nation prior to the president's presentation of Article 58 of the Liberian Constitution. So if you are tuned in, we just want you to keep sharing. John J. Bapper, thank you very much. Lincoln Colley, David Clifford, Fuma, Need, Lincoln again, Solomon, Joloclad, Alfonso, Lama, Ball, Coco, Honorable J.D. Williams, Honorable Cra. We are asked that you keep sharing the live, and we are going to join Winston Bladden this morning. I will make an analysis. We'll also have Garrison Yeru, one of our graders, who will be joining us this morning. So I want to say good morning to you. Just keep sharing our live, and gradually the platform will grow. We want to appreciate you and we say thank you very much as we bring in Winston Bladden. Winston, Winston, we are not getting you. Winston, you have to straighten the camera. The camera is lagging. We're not getting you. When we get Winston Bladden, we let you know, but we want to say thank you very much. I thank you for being courteous. We do appreciate you. Every one of you will join us this morning. I will keep narrating our own stories. We are hoping to narrate our own stories, which is very, very much important. Let me see what we can get Winston Bladden. Please keep sharing the live. Let me just see what we can get Winston while we play this video in the internet.
Or let's say on the subject matter. It's insulting. It's insulting to some of the three of us for a company document that will ratify to suggest to us what they want to do. That means they don't even respect the authority of the plenary. The legislature, this legislature, let me be specific, is not Mitaski farmland. We are not working on their plantation to decide when their slaves born, who will send where they want to send them or when they want to see them. They've launched an unprecedented, unwarranted attack on this body. Let me repeat. An unprecedented, unwarranted media attack on the 73 of us, to the extent that even your signature was being forged as a sitting speaker, and that's the moment that I waited for. Mita has to understand that this is a sovereign state. We are not abroad. Gone are the days that Mita will think that this legislature will compromise the supreme interests of the Liberian people. That the message will clear to them. This suggestion by Mita to us is contentious. It's a flagrant rejection to appear before this body. That is contentious when the legislature writes you to appear before the legislature and you want to suggest to the legislature that you want to meet a committee. Even the committee that they themselves accused through public relations here. Let the message go clear, let the chief clerk write it down and demand from them when we want to see them. For Mita to reject an appearance here, they will have to be treated like any entity or any individual that this body are held in contempt. Our people in Nema flag is serious issue. Let me repeat. A serious issue where they defaulted 100% on their responsibility as per the rectified document. They must never dare dream, let me repeat, as a member of the committee on investment, that will be placed in their pocket and we will sign an agreement
I'm
or a
very
paper
sure
signature to an agreement.
now, Carlos. Yeah.
Okay, we are getting you now. We are getting you now.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. And
technology, that's technology.
Myself learning. I've been learning it. You know, we got to learn this thing.
Exactly.
It's not around the teach us. We got.
Yes, exactly. But it's good to have you this morning, man. How are you? How was the night? You went to bed almost 12 midnight, and you are this morning again.
No, I went to bed almost 2 o'clock this morning. So, but again, we got to do the people's job.
Wow. Okay, it's good. It's good to have you this morning. Garrison, good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, Winston.
Yeah, Winston. So you
how was the night?
I was good. Even though after the show last night, a lot of calls from America, when the diaspora, they really enjoyed the show. So they were just encouraging us to do more. And they said, we didn't know how they fire us. And we are not pushing the agenda. We were waiting for this year, and now we're in the year. So going forward, you will always hear us fighting. There's no time to wait again. It's already.
Yeah, I had a conversation. I had a conversation with Kairos last night, and Liberians actually appreciated this program. I couldn't believe that we had a lot of followers from around the world. And when I went home, I faced small problem with my madam. They say you left from here, you went, you came almost 12 o'clock, then you can rest. The calls, and people are appreciating it, and they are asking us for continuity. Akaras?
Yeah. We want continuity, but you know we got to start building the platform now. Usually on Saturdays and Sundays, like I said, we try to come on regularly. Maybe after 1 month, when we build that relationship, because we need some, to relay the program on the various radio stations. Some of them are already charging, but they're asking for petroleum products, for example. Okay, some of them are asking for little compensation. So we got to raise the necessary so we appeal to our people out there subsequently. But we'll try our best to make it a program. First, we'll consistently do it on Saturdays and Sundays. And then during the week, we can go on. Because Bana FM calls, I think, about 4 counties, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? Yeah, so we'll do our best. I can guarantee them that this program will live on, and we'll narrate our own story. I want to say good morning to all of the people on Bana FM on our voice this morning, and those on this platform, the Liberian Action TV. You can follow. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can also follow on YouTube, Liberia Action TV, the platform for the people and by the people and with the people.
Exactly. We want to welcome all of you following us this morning. I see Honorable Kemo, welcome. Solomon G, welcome to the show. Solomon Slim, welcome. Peter Topa, welcome. Ruth, that's a former public works minister, Ruth Cocker Collins. She's following. Welcome, madam. Welcome to the show this morning. And all of you that we cannot call your names this morning if you're following.
We got friends from the USA, just quick. We got Teacher James. Our friend from the USA usually follow Khalifa Jusu Danon. He followed from Texas, USA. Mary Nimpan. Also following from FA Cinco, Elotius Tente, following from Canada. That is very important for all. Khalifa Jusu Danon. Toure Jibra. Okay, from Beijing. This person is following from Beijing. Toure is following from Beijing. So we just want to say thank you, Emmanuel Von Jallo, following from Grand Bassa County. We have on the Okra, who say JNB JKK. That is right. We have Hassan Kane. Also, I don't know whether it's Hassan Kane from the USA or from Liberia. Garment, McThompson, Washington Gayton, who got Virginia Inista with Emmanuel Richardson. So they on and on and on. Or Emmanuel Cry is following from Morocco.
Wow. So you got people watching from around the world. It is good.
And
It is good.
Asakane is following from Germany. And Rosalind is following from Minnesota.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
I hope you get the WhatsApp number there for those that are following from the diaspora. You would take the WhatsApp call from your end, Cara. So I hope you pin it up. Around 9:30, we'll open the telephone line to hear from Liberians.
Yeah. Just when you get ready, just let me know. I'll pin the WhatsApp number.
Okay. Two important issues. But before we go to the State of the Nation address, President Bokar will return to the 15th spot on today. I'm very sure whenever this comes, President Bokar is embarrassed. But before we talk about what awaits Liberians today from the State of the Nation address, Akaros Garrison, are you aware that the government is returning the 35 F-moving machines that they brought, I don't know, from South Africa or so, whatever part of the country? Are you aware that the government decided to return the machines? Is that wasteful spending? Let's begin with you, Garrison.
Winston, we heard the news, and it's just a waste of taxpayer money. You know how long that machine been in Liberia? So who covers the expenses for the machine to go back? The time the machine was in Liberia, who covered the expenses? The work and tear on the machine, and all the time the machines were in Liberia. You took charge of the machine, now you give it back to the people. I thought you should have done the proper due diligence before even bringing a machine to Liberia. But in the absence of due diligence, you just rush to bring machine. We said last night to you, everything about these people is just about self-glorification, doing their own trumpet, and they don't care whether it hurts Liberians or not. It's always about them. So anything that will make them to say, yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that, is good for them. So what's the essence of bringing machines in this country when you have not done due diligence? You have not done the procurement process right, and that is nothing. At one point, you say it was a gift from your friends. Now, interestingly to us, the gift from a friend is being returned. So how can a gift that someone gave you, you accept it, it's in your country, then you return it back? It only tells you that our people are not honest. Like we said last night, today, we want to hear nothing new. It's just a recitation of the same old lies, the same old story, and what we'll be expecting. So it's just to tell you that honesty in leadership is good. You cannot walk your way to power with lies, and while in power, you continue the same lies. That's exactly what is happening in the country. Everything.
Just a minute. Let's hold on. Let's pause the State of the Nation address a little bit. But this is what the information minister said, and I quote, more expensive on the part of the government, meaning the government will not pay any money, in fact, have not paid any money towards any yellow machine that was bought in this country. Do you believe it? Harrison, do you believe that the government did not spend a dime, no taxpayer money to import the machines into the country, to return it, following that decision? Do you really believe that?
So, Winston, in my head, I'm sitting with, do you expect me to believe? The same people that said the machine came from the friend, and today the same people tell you we didn't spend a dime. Nothing else you will hear from the people more than lying to the Liberian people. Because the first thing they go to their first statement, they say the machine was coming free of charge, it was a gift from a friend, blah, 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 blah. The machine been almost 2 years. Then the same group can say, all the time the machine was here. So the businessman that gave you a machine for you to buy, will yet keep a machine here for all that time and no money? And it's a contract. And that contract you breach, you have to pay that man. If you don't pay him, that man will be running to London to the court of arbitration to sue Liberia. So
do you have any idea relative to that contract? You want to enlarge Liberians this money relative to the contract that you're speaking about? What does the contract state?
The Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs told us that they were using 200, they were bringing 200 and some more pieces of machines, and they will be spending close to 100 million. And there was an offer and acceptance. And in contract, the key element you look for, there must be offered, there must be acceptance and consideration. So they were offered and accepted, and the consideration aspect was the machine came to Liberia. We accepted the machine, we paraded with the machine all over. And you saw government officials taking on the trader that the machine came. So there was a contract. Even if they don't make the contract visible to the Liberian people, we know that there was a contract. Because nowhere a businessman will take a machine and give it to you, and then you say, he here to get and give it to you, and then you send it back to him. They will be paying huge sum of money. Watch it. Next year budget, when we go to the outline of the budget, you will see in the budget that they pay money to those people then. But they will not tell you now. But take a keen look at the budget for 2027. You will know that in that budget for 2026 outturn, you will see that government Liberia paid that businessman good sum of money for keeping a machine for almost 2 years. So nobody should fool anybody that they are not spending money. They are spending a lot of money, but it have catch up with them. You told the Liberian people it was free of charge, and then back you can't say, no, we gave it to the bank, but no money.
You're right. You're right, folks. Let me go to our Carlos. Garrison, you stressed a very important point. No businessman would take his or her goods and give it to another person. So if I'm not making a mistake, almost a year that they kept that machine for. But Carlos, the government have decided to return 35 F-moving machines that were brought into the country. What do you think?
Look, President Boyka government is a black money government. They are BMs. Group of crooks organized economic gangsters who are gangsterizing the state through lies and deception. Didn't the president announce that a friend from South Africa was giving the country a gift of 285 yellow machines? The president said that publicly. The store still will up portfolio Mamaka ability go to the airport to receive machines on behalf of the Liberian government. Did you see the pictorial evidence of those moving machines? The president photo was on it, President Boyka. The Liberian flag was on it. It shows ownership.
Yeah, you're right.
That shows ownership even under the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Grab that concept. So that's the machines that came to the country. They paraded it. They used Liberia government property, the serene, the vehicles. They escorted it to the old BDC barracks and put it there under the pretext that it's owned by Liberia. Later on, President Boyka came out in an interview and said, let's see whether Double Jada will not pay for the machine. That's the LRA boss to generate the revenue. From gift payment, they were going to rob this country of not less than 80 million United States dollars on 285 yellow machines. Those machines came that government duty-free they used to come, so the business manager brought all those machines. Why do you think the government taking responsibility to send the machines back if they claim? That means the government spends some money on the machines. How can the government claim to take responsibility for a private business entity to foot the return of the machine, to take financial responsibility for the return of the machine? Does that make sense? If the government did not pay for the machines to come into Liberia and be received, the duty, the other taxes, why would the government, what interest does Liberia have in this businessman to send his machines back? Have we been able to ask ourselves these technical questions? This government is a POBM government, bunch of economic gangsters and criminals running our country, pretending to be innocent and pretending to be very smart. They are not smart, they are gangsters, they are economic vampires who came to loot this country led by His Excellency President Boyka. And this is very dangerous for the fire marshal of our country. So let us not be misled. They send the machines back, they bring a new set of machines now. They said the F moving machines from $80 to $100 million now is $20-something million. Okay? So who should be held liable for wanting to rob and steal from this country? Let's be as realistic as we can be. Okay, these guys, they came to steal, loot, and destroy. So what would the president say today, the State of the Nation address? Where he talk about the private jets, where he narrate the FOIA projects, for example, okay, where he talk about the BM dubious agreement with Metal Steel, where he talking about Arthur Izzy, a man who was doing business with a drug trafficker from Venezuela, who came and took 3 of our oil blocks, 4 of our oil blocks. Okay, these kind of criminals and these gangsters, international criminals that the United States government have concerned. Where he be talking about a boss, a presiding officer today, the Speaker Army, who has plunged Liberians into chaos in the United States of America through immigration fraud. It's because of him that they are running after Liberians. Which is so sad.
You expect the president to speak about that?
The president should be speaking about the immigration issue or what people in America are suffering. The restriction on immigrant visa, there are reasons for which they did that. Make no mistake, Liberians in the diaspora have contributed immensely to the welfare of Liberia. I don't think any Liberian should wish for their downfall or against them. They contribute towards the economy of this country a lot. But we got a certain speaker who is involved into immigration fraud, who is on public record, his office, his family members, that he got married to his sister. That's the speaker that is going to preside over the state of the nation today. And international partners will be there. I want to see what will be the reaction of the United States government, especially with Donald Trump policy, with the United States embassy towards a speaker who will be presiding, who is involved into immigration fraud. This is a very dangerous thing for our country. It put our people in the United States of America in harm's way, and people who want to go and unite with their family, he put them in harm's way. That's one of the cardinal reasons for which America suspended issuing immigration visa to the Republic of Liberia, immigrant visa to the Republic of Liberia. This is very dangerous for the forward march of our country. So what would the president say in a nutshell? There would be maximum political recitation. The government cannot show a single hospital that is started and they completed as a government in 2 years. They cannot show a single paved road that they started and they completed. All of the rules that they are running with, the primary rules or the feeder rules that they are talking about 100 and I think 12 kilometers or 20 kilometers road that they're talking about. Okay, these are all things that the we-led administration initiated. This government has no program of our own, no plan of our own. That in the educational sector, they have built no single secondary school in the country in 2 years' time. They wasted $21 million or so on mud roads across the country. The projects that they are doing in Nima County in terms of pay rules, extension to Grand Gila, even the hospital Jeremiah Kunja dedicated, those are our programs. Those are our projects. Those are what we initiated. Those are things we left behind. Okay, so we agree with the doctrine of government of continuity. Look at the RIA rule has come to a standstill. All our projects around the country have come to a standstill because the government cannot generate the necessary revenue. That's what we're talking about. So this platform will narrate our own stories. We'll tell our stories and nobody will tell the stories for us. Winston, I want to say thank you to the many listeners on Bana FM across the country, those who follow in Liberian Action TV on Facebook and YouTube. This is our platform. We will be here. We will contribute to the economic, social, and political growth of the country. We'll provide alternative views to the country, to our people, to this government, but we hold the government feet to the fire, and we wish to democratically unseat this government and constitutionally unseat them in October of 2029 in the first round election victory. And I want to say thank you to Garrison who is here. But Liberians, my hat off to you. We are here. I'm your humble servant, Akaros Moses Tanaka Tomeka Gray. We will try our best to do what we can do and keep sharing our life. Thank you, Winston.
Since taking over Garrison, the Joseph Boakai administration appointed to effort to restore fiscal discipline, strengthen domestic revenue collections, and reduce waste in public spending. Let's be honest to Liberians, is it happening?
Actually, you know, and I know it's not happening. You know that very well. And how can you reduce fiscal spending when those issues that the city government came and said, look, they'll focus more on infrastructure instead of giving people more scratch car, gasoline coupons, and all those stuff. They use that money to build roads all around. They have direct impact on the life of our people. Now they went back to it. They said last year, see the government wish bill now. So nothing. What kind of fiscal discipline are you talking about? When you have an administration that does not respect the rule of law, and you say they are respecting fiscal discipline. No, nothing. So in my mind, like I told you, this government came to power on the basis of lies. And even when in governance, they are still lying to the Liberian people, and they don't want to be honest with the Liberian people. There, for example, Winston, the last time they were talking about reconciliation. In your mind, and today they will talk about reconciliation again. What effort? Reconciliation is not a cosmetic thing. It's not cultural thing. It's something that happened by action, and people will see it. You know, I read a book written by the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, The Long Walk to Freedom. And you will see, even in his documentary, you will see that several times after his imprisonment, those people on the Robben Island that were mining the security guard, he went to their houses. He had breakfast with them. When President Weah won the election, he didn't sit to a horse to say President Bouaka should go to him. He walked to President Bouaka. He took action. So for their reconciliation is that they want for former President Weah to walk to them. But they're forgetting to know that there is the same man who, when he took over, I remember he and Joy Howard walked to the former vice president. There is President Weah who on several occasions, the birthday of the former vice president, then Joseph Human Bouaka, Ambassador Joseph Human Bouaka, it will be published on the Executive Mansion website. How can you talk about reconciliation when the name George Manon Weah is called in the mansion and people are dismissed for it strict? You don't even call that name there. So I'm just saying to you, nothing else we are expecting from these people. We all knew that they coming to power, they are coming to rescue themselves, and nothing more, nothing less. Because when we go forward into their own governance, you will understand that they're not sincere to themselves. Example that Benedict was talking about the Local Government Act. But remember that the formula for the revenue sharing law was adopted by this administration in, I think, August or September 2024. They adopted it, was not the CDC. So by now, since you are already adopted the formula, it means that the revenue sharing law should be in full swing. But instead, now it's not about law, it's about where the president decides to send the money, and they will use it like that. Like I said last night, I only cry and feel for my people in Nima, because no matter what happened, we are the victim of the situation. We are the victim. Whether you like it or not, Nima is getting absolutely nothing from the 200 million. But going to the low-fi rule, 50 million is going. And you know what 50 million can do?
Garrison, how can you say Nima is getting absolutely nothing from the 250 million? You got a vice president there. It's not possible. That's his county. It was that county that gave the Unity Party the presidency. How is that possible, Garrison? Explain yourself. When you say Nima is getting absolutely nothing.
Winston, we look at the budget, right? The budget is a law. And when you go in the budget, you see the appendix where they have to talk about the distribution of the 200 million. Nothing is there. And to even tell you, the revenue sharing law, the amount that NEMA should have getting from the revenue sharing law, as per the revenue sharing law, we're not getting it. So as a look, they were getting nothing. So absolutely, we're getting nothing. But again, it's what our people signed up for, it's what they voted for, and they are getting the best out of it. So our people are getting what they voted for, Winston. This government in this budget, what you have been budgeted for NEMA should be something not less than 38 million. As the 200 million, the 160 million generated in revenue from metal steel. They are all gone. Now they gave NEMA 6.134 million. But the mountain, the country the mountain is from, they are not getting 50 million. We're fighting to relocate the GW Harley Hospital, where 1 million could do well for us because President Weah started the process. Now they're giving 1 million to Kolaun Hospital. That 1 million could have done well with GW Harley Hospital. is going to Kolaon Hospital. So it's hurting us, but we're getting nothing. Sadly for us, that what we signed up for, that what we got. Because our people voted because they thought that when we get the vice president, everything was going to be bread and butter, manna was going to be dropping from heaven for our people in Nima. So for now, nothing. And when you speak, then some of them will tell you, oh, we get a vice president, we should not tell her. We should not tell her, no. In fact, because we get the vice president, there is the right time for us to speak, because we expect the vice president to be there so that our rights can be protected. But instead of our rights to be protected and for us to get our fair share, we're not getting our fair share. Instead, Lofa County is getting everything. But the sad thing is that I don't know why Lofa is so taking all the money from us, and they are keeping Wodogisi. And they are keeping Wodogisi. Wodogisi is saying that they're not doing anything with it. But watch it today, and let me be on record. The day they say you bring a concession here for Wodogisi, all the money that Nima gave to Lofa, one thing will not come to Nima. You think the Lofian will sit down there to let that money, revenue generated from their country, to come to Nima? Never. It's a sad thing for us. Not just that, all the other mountains around, or Metasti over there that gave them all now to Metasti. They are telling you, even the iron will be coming from Guinea, you don't have the right to check on those iron. All you have to do is simply to come in, whether they put iron out. So it got national security implication. A lot of things will be happening to our country because we get a blank check to Metasti. Very blank check. And they say, when Metasti does not perform, you fine them. So if they may get 50 million to face the road between San Nicolas to Yekepa, and you do a cost benefit analysis and say, look, I prefer not to do the road, and then they put farming 100,000, 200,000, I will pay. Because 50 million divided by 200,000, you know how many years? But for Metasi to get 1 year, 200 or 50 million to go pay road, that's plenty of money. So they would prefer to be farmed than to do the project. The second thing, look at what they put there for the environmental impact, the damage done to our people, 100,000 annually. What the 100,000 can do for what is happening in Nima? The chemical, the this, that, everything, all of the waters in the place, they are all polluted. If you go to Yekepa today, you understand that most of the workers there, they are buying aqua life water. Why they not drinking water from the store there? Because they know the water have been polluted with chemical. You understand? So go to Yekepa now, you will just see aqua life all over with the people working with the company there. It's sad for our people. Yet they gave them 100,000. 100,000 they gave them. So today, we'll be listening to a State of Nation address that the president will be boasting that they have found one of the biggest investment concessions in Liberia, 1 billion, 200 million is giving his signature bonus. And the sad thing again about that money is that they put it in contingency, which means even when the MDA is signed into law by the president, he and the finance minister can come there and shift it. Because it's in contingency, it's not in core budget. And you understand? So that lot of tricky thing they have gone with the budget, and trust me, nothing you will get from the speech today, it will be the same old thing, because the speech is almost like a budget that is one incremental. So what you talked about last year, you got to tell the people the status of it. And what status is going to tell? You're going to tell the Liberian people the road from the Gabriel Tucker Bridge to Douala have been paved to full lane? No. You're going to tell them that you have completed the road from second part to Dogwatu? No. You're going to tell them that the road from Ndonwi in Nima County to Tapeta completely have been quota? No. So all of these things you talked about last year, nothing new we're going to hear from you today. In Liberia, nothing.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask the Karas the same question. Since taking over, this administration appointed to effort to restore fiscal discipline, strengthen domestic revenue collections, and reduce waste in public spending. Karas most agree. We will hear similar thing for His Excellency President Bouaka today, but is it actually happening within the Unity Party government?
Not possible. Not possible with facts, not with opinion. Let me provide a fact. What is the contribution of SOEs to the budget? The budget law says that the SOEs must contribute certain amount of money, each SOE. Unfortunately, the president has refused to implement the law. The executive should enforce the law. The budget law says that the account of those SOEs should be garnished. Whether they like it or not, it means that when the money is placed into the account, the government should take a share of the money. Double Jara had to run to court. They said, take it out of court. So, how do they realize the budget? They lied to the Liberian people. The president refused to implement the law. The SOE, the Freeport NPA, for example, nothing they're contributing to the budget. They take this money and carry it to President Boyka's house, and he makes determination of what he wants to do. That is dangerously unfortunate. President Boyka is talking about cutting waste in government. Okay, the Bureau of State Enterprise, they're responsible to make some analysis. When the guy started with the analysis, the president said, make the analysis and they'll cut waste in government. They reduce SOEs, state enterprises, money, because some of them making as high as $9,000 or $10,000. Boyka said it will reduce the money. When the guy started the analysis, President Boyka dismissed him. They put more money in the budget to pay consultants, to pay family members. That's what they've done. Besides the salary, they have nothing less than $16+ million just sitting down to compensate family members, friends, and other supporters. While the masses that work in the people water for them are still hungry and roaming around, while people live in the diaspora who are United Partisans are taking pay from Liberia. Okay? And the ordinary masses who supported the Unity Party remain hungry. Their properties have been broken down. Their business centers have been destroyed. No alternative. Is the government beautifying the streets? Is the government beautifying in communities? The government is not doing that. But they're breaking down and destroying people's property, destroying schools, destroying market centers, etc. So the Nyanam boys, the wheelbarrow sellers, for example, the market women, they are being strangulated. The protest action or the disagreement, you see people who supported the rescue-led administration are different with the rescue-led administration. Imams are being plucked in the state. Okay, the economy has left the toilet. According to Darius Zedong, who said the economy is in the toilet, and it has entered the separate tank because from the Cambo it had to be flushed into the separate tank. It's flushed into the separate tank, and the tank has burst on the pavement of Clay Street and other areas. In the Sunni, the sin is all over the place. And what is that sin of the economy? It's the hunger, it's the devastation, the inability of mothers to send their children to fitting schools. Okay, people cannot feed themselves. For example, the salary structure is devastating. You will be shocked. Okay, so this government economically has not been able to rescue the masses. The true rescue is to rescue their pocket. They have increased gas slips, for example. They have increased other petroleum products. Dr. Patrick Hunter, for example, the guy who runs Punch FM running or PRO for the government. The bank gas station pay to assistant minister. Jale coupon he gets alone. The guy who run Punch FM, Patrick Hunter, who run propaganda against Carrot or like a Carrot's Green, other people trying to divert people's attention, lying, passing around. Guess what? That man alone gas they can pay to assistant minister. Listen,
I think he was the same guy who allowed the lady to dance naked during her wedding, right?
Yeah. These are people who attack us, use the platform to attack us because we bring facts. Look, we're not discussing opinion. So let's quickly divide 3,000 and government worker. Let's just take it at 150. You know, it's all just quickly. My stuff is freezing. Okay, well, I divide 3,000 divided by 150. Guess what? 20 government workers can be paid at $150 just on the main gas that he received. 20 government workers can be paid.
Not his salary, only his gasoline.
Not his salary. I said gas.
Wow.
Okay. In CDC-led administration, many ministers were not even getting gas. We cut on the wage. In the legislature, on the early, we used to get $2,225 gas. We cut it to $1,225 on the president we are. We reduce the law. You know about that in the House of Representatives. We reduce lawmaker net pay to little over $6,000. Unlike Ellington, what we're talking about almost 10,000 United States dollars. We cut waste, President. We have made a pronouncement that officials of government that were making 7,000 and some more dollars reduce that money to like 4,000 United States dollars, 5,000 United States dollars. We increased doctor pay. Doctor under the Unity Party-led administration were making between 700 to 1,200. We took it to 2,000 minimum United States dollars, 2,000 and more United States dollars. The government has done nothing. Zero they have done. The economy is at Joseph Boyka House, a construction in Foya, the extension of his mansion in Ria. We all know that. The economy is in his Lexus vehicles that he ride and chewing chicle and enjoying himself, like Yaka was saying, drinking power in the car and enjoying the power from Lofa County. You take the money, no, Nima money. You take Nima money and pave road to Foya. Nima County money, and the people of Nima sit in Nima County, and they get a vice president, and the vice president cannot speak. He cannot say anything. Lofa, we love Lofa County. Lofa has Wologisi Mountain. In fact, the city hall in Lofa, we built that city hall from the CDC-led administration. We took street light to Foya, to Joseph Boyka hometown. We started paving roads there. Okay, when Thomas father was there, we initiated that program and provided the funding for that. Okay, so definitely, we just want to say to the Liberian people that today, the only economic gains Boyka will boast of is the economic gain of empowering his appointed officials, his many advisors. Look at the number of advisors the president has appointed. Look at some entities of government that he has taken people to. This government is a pure patronage government. So the state of the nation today will be led by a BM, the chief BM of the Republic of Liberia, and that is President Joseph Boyka. He's the chief black.
But Karas, I want to disagree with you in this direction, because talking about the economy, one of the major highlights expected within the president's annual message on today have to do with the passage of the national budget, 1.2 billion, which of course making it a historic height in the public spending. That issue have to do with the largest national budget in Liberia history so far. More than 90% of that budget are Karesi, and the rest of Liberians is financed through domestic resource mobilization, with external financing accounting for only a small portion. The administration have described this milestone as evidence of improved fiscal discipline and stronger revenue performance. What do you think?
The first thing, this government does not have any experience in terms of domestic revenue generation and contributing towards development of our country. It's a flop. The budget is a human imagination. It's like a mirage. If you did physics, in physics, or just ordinary thought, but it's physics. When the quota during the sun, when the sun is hot, and you're walking on the quota, you will see like water. Every time you walk to reach that water, you cannot reach it. That's the budget presented to the Liberian people. They just announced $1.2 billion. It's a PR stunt. They cannot generate that revenue. They cannot build the country. They cannot develop the country. Show me one paved road that President Boyka started and completed. In 2 years, the argument will cease to exist. Show me one hospital that President Boyka, or a clinic or community clinic that he started and ended in 2 years. The debate will end. Not only that, show me one senior high school or one college that the government started and completed in 2 years. Show me it. What have they done? What have they initiated? Even the fire trucks that they're using, we put in for those fire trucks. When we inherited this government, Liberia had not more than 2 fire trucks. We brought in immediately nothing less than 4. Okay, look at the fire trucks that they inherited now. We brought them. They were at the port. Do you know that we left nothing less than 20-something yellow machines? I think between 25 to 40 yellow machines, the CDC-led administration negotiated for 2 ABK and gave it to the Ministry of Public Works. We did that. We left that as a government to this administration that we're talking about. So all the projects being dedicated by President Boyka and his vice president are President We Are projects. And our friend struck a very important point. Leave the budget, put the budget one side. But he spoke about reconciliation. The president should be the chief architect of reconciliation. But guess what? He made a statement recently on I think New Year did about trying to reconcile the country. What effort? Have he been able to announce a national conference on reconciliation in 5 March? You announced an infrastructure conference in Nima County to eat money. To eat money. You come from there.
But Carlos, people are arguing that it is your political leader, Ambassador Weah, doesn't want to reconcile with Joseph Duma Boaka. We saw what happened at the Samarkand those post complex during the County League founder. We saw that Alexander Cummings, when he allowed the president, they sat in one room. You just leave it. People are arguing that it is Weah that does not want to reconcile with Boaka.
President Boaka made no effort. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to say this to you. You didn't see an action when President Weah left the country after the inauguration, flew out and came back, and he told him, disgracing in front of his family, that he could not use the VIP loan. And it was announced, and the boss would said that. Do you remember another time he was flying to the country, and they didn't give the flight landing right after they gave the initial landing right, and they were discussing who would die in the air? Do you remember they took the AFL on the airport to embarrass the CDC? Don't you see the government actions against seditions, breaking down our headquarters, using state security forces brutally against the CDC? Didn't you listen how President Boaka had promised that he would destroy the CDC? Don't you see the level of witch hunt against Cloud Weah, Maru Weah? President Boaka has a foundation, a web has a foundation. You don't see the witch hunt of direct attack on the family. You don't see the witch hunt against seditions who were left in government at the executive mansion and other areas. You see how they took jobs from them and decided to give their people jobs. When we came to power, the health workers that were not on government payroll, that were incorporated by the Unity Party, over 2,000 of them, we put them on payroll. Teachers who were not on payroll, we put them on government payroll. We didn't see them as Unity partisans. We saw them as Liberians. We didn't see them as opposition to the CDC. We saw them as Liberians. We reached out, okay? President Weah made a concession and forced President Boaka to concede. Unprecedentedly, with a vote margin of less than 20,000 votes difference. I think your phone, somebody's phone is, yeah. With a vote margin of less than 20,000 votes, okay? When we won the election, President Weah went to President Boaka's house. Vice President Jewel went to a house and bowed down to him, okay? We provided when they took over, they withdrew most of the security from behind the vice president, the former vice president, Chua, and the former president, President Weah. In fact, Sam Gates said, if you need any extra security, pay for them. He was being very rude and sarcastic. You don't see government officials insulting President Weah and the CDC, including the information minister and his deputy, and other ministers, okay, like Kesali at the Minister of State, Deputy Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. You don't see all of these assistant ministers and other people insulting the opposition and the CDC, and they will talk about reconciliation. Our President Boaka presented a reconciliation plan for the country. The old man is very vindictive, very wicked, or man who President Weah saved his life. Okay? Yeah, he's making demeaning statement. Okay? That the judge he's talking about will pass just law in the country to make just non-bailable offense. But while it's in the country today, spark and just taking in the country. These are dangerous trends that we're talking about. But I want to say to you, we'll narrate our own story. We'll use our platform to narrate our own story. Nobody will tell the story of CDC better than we can tell the story of CDC. Nobody will tell the story of how many hospitals President Weah initiated, constructed some of them, nothing less than 7 hospitals in the Republic of Liberia. We'll tell that story. We'll tell the stories of the number of schools in our country that we constructed. We'll tell the story about the free educational system, the digital system we introduced at the University of Liberia and public high school and the wild fees that we pay. We'll tell the stories. We'll tell the stories of the number of propo homes that President Weah constructed. Unlike the Unity Party-led administration in 14 years, some of those homes were constructed in Grand Jide County, in Nimba County, in Grand Cru County, in Grand Basso County, in Bomi, and even Lofa County, Magibi County. We will tell the stories of the propo homes we constructed even in Gibraltar, even right to the Invincible Pike. We will tell the stories of the pikes that would be unprecedentedly to tap talents in Liberia, like the Invincible Pike. that the pike in across the bridge, for example, like the unification pike, where you took actual speed to. Okay, we will narrate our own story. We'll narrate our story. What we brought in the first DNA mission to Liberia since 1847. We'll narrate the story when we opened the first dialysis center, the E.J. Salif dialysis center. We'll narrate those stories. We'll tell the people the facts. We'll differentiate between lies, gossip, and the facts, and we narrate our own story. That's why we are here. And it's good.
Okay, let me hold you there and go to Kyrie saying
that will pave more roads. Let me just conclude on this. We want the Liberian people to understand that will pave more road than any government in the history of this country. Since 1847 to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, 12 years, and Joseph Boyka, 14 years, they paved like 700 and some more kilometers of road. CDC in 4 years paved like 530 kilometers of road in 4 years. I say 4 years because 2 years we had challenges. We had the Ebola situation. We had the Ukrainian war, for example. You know the facts. The records are there. We were challenged. So in 4 years, we paved more roads than any government in the Republic of Liberia, than any government. I'm not talking about the combined government from 1847 up to Ellen time. Then in 12 years, we paved more roads, and that is reflected in the arrest agenda. They stated that. They are very clear about that. These are the things that we're talking about. Okay, you can fast check that the CDC, okay, since 1847 up to 2018, okay, the number of roads that they paved in the entire country, 700 and some more kilometers of roads. The CDC in 6 years or 4 years paved more than half of the quantity of roads that they're talking about. I'm talking about the 700 and some more kilometers. We paved more than half of that road in 4 years. Imagine if we have 133 years, Liberia would have been transformed. There would have been total transformation of the Republic of Liberia. But look at these rascals, 14 years. What can they boast of? Selling of the resources of the country. That's why they can boast of. What can President Boyka boast of? What can Jeremiah Kun boast of? 2 black money guys, 2 criminals who presiding over the waste of like the Republic of Liberia, empowering their family members, empowering their friends. Look at the country today. The transformation of life, whose life has changed. Look at Joseph Boyka picture when he left the vice president position. And look at his photo today. Look at the vehicle he was riding. And look at the vehicle today. Look at his home. Okay? When he was even vice president, that home was dilapidated. Today, that home worth almost $2 million United States dollars in rehab community. He was vice president of the Republic of Liberia. He could not pay rehab community. He could not take electricity in totality to rehab community. It took George Weah in 4 years to transform that area into a city by itself. That's what we did. Look at the RIA road. Okay, they didn't do much about the RIA road. We came to jumpstart the process. The lights they are putting there today was part of the contract that we're talking about. But there's a slow pace of the contract because they've eaten the money. They're not providing the money to the company. I can say that for a fact, that they have refused to get the company the money to continue the RIA road. This government is a black money government run by a group of group of criminals, gangsters who have come to pillage the resources of this country. We will tell our story. Thank you, Garrison, for being here. Those who don't love us, you can leave our platform. But we will narrate our story, and the story will be told properly to the Liberian people and those on our revolutionary voice across the country.
Carissa, I want you to comment on 2 important issues quickly. Like largest national budget in Liberia's history, 1.2 billion. What do you think? Secondly, why your kingsman? You tell us. He's a kingsman. You are a friend. I cover stress a very important point. Taking the people of Nimba money and developing Lofa County. Why is the kingsman not talking?
Well, let's come to the budget first. For me, I let base my argument on facts, right? Go to GFK. Go to the GFK budget. You can be boasting of 1.2 billion budget. And at GFK for 2026 budget, do you know that fuel and lubricant for generator at GFK is around 44,000 budgeted, 44,000 for the whole year. For the nation's highest medical facility, referral hospital, you give them 44,000. Go to the national budget. Or page, I think 314. Go there. 44,000. You know how much they're giving JFK for drugs, to buy medicine? They gave
but
them
Garrison, you can't be serious. 44,000. The fuel budget for the office of the president is somewhere around 250,000. The vice president is around 150,000. The pro-tem is 100,000. You can't be serious. That's the nation's highest referral hospital, Garrison.
Go to the budget. Go to JFK budget. 44,000.
Wow.
44,000. Then for drugs, for JFK, it's about 220,000 for the whole year. You got a population in Monrovia almost 2 million. And you're giving the nation highest referral hospital, the biggest hospital in the nation, you're giving them 220,000 for drugs. So when I tell you that the budget is a mockery, nothing else, nothing more. Because the people in the street, they will not eat the figure, 1.2 billion. The budget will only make an impact when they go to the hospital and the hospital is good. The budget makes an impact when they can pay their children's school fees. The budget makes an impact when they get more drugs in the hospital and their children can go there and be treated. But unfortunately for us, go to the budget. Because I don't want to go to Jackson Fair, though. When I go to Jackson Fair, though, you will feel funny. But go to LTA, for example, the fire commissioners. They are making 3,000 plus per month for gasoline. Even though this government is boasting of stable electricity, they are still paying commissioners at LTA $3,000 plus for gasoline. Now, when you just calculate the 5 of them, their gasoline per year is more than the money JFK will use to buy drugs for the whole year. It's more than the money they give in JFK. If you combine the 220,000 plus the 40,000, it means you're giving JFK the fuel that will maintain the generator there. You're giving them 40,000. Then the drugs, you're giving them 220,000. So that's 260,000. Just time 30,000 plus by 12, which would be 30 or 300 some more, or by 12, 300 some more thousand, and time that by 5. Just 5 commissioners, how much their salary, just their gasoline is more than what you have for GSP for jobs and for fuel to maintain the generator there. Because LEC can go and you need a bike of fuel. Now we now have stable electricity. Now GFP will be telling you we don't have money for fuel. So when you carry your patient, you carry somebody there, they will be asking you that money you will pay. Even though we boasting on $1.2 billion budget. But you see the side truth about the budget. So when you go into the budget, they look at country that Nima get in, or Nima University, for instance, they gave them 1.3 million. But you know how much they gave in Lofa Community College? They gave in Lofa Community College almost or 1.8 million. A community college that does not have even close to 1,000 students, you're giving them 1.8, and you're giving a Nima University almost 3,000 enrollment, you're giving them 1.3. That is the budget they're boasting of. Look, budget is not just because you get figure, if you get direct impact, it should trickle down into the life of the people. So when a budget does not trickle down in the life of the people, it's of no use. Mind you, West CDC left the budget almost 779 million. So CDC left at 779 million, almost when you put everything together, the last budget CDC passed is almost like 800 and some more million. So from 800 million, although if you are not experienced Omid Jordan, if you are not experienced COVID-19, my brother, and the Ukrainian war, trust me, we will have reached the budget to 1 billion, even before they could come. And every year, every budget year, or every government will come into government, and the budget is not static to say, because you think you made it at 800 and some more million, it will always be at 800 and some more million. When CDC came to power, the budget was between 440 million to 500 million. They took it all the way to 800 and some more million. So it is incremental. You don't say that it will be static. So for the issue of the budget, no, both because the bread and butter issue are not being addressed in the budget. Look, you are the journalist, do your investigation. Look, meticulously review the budget and see the bread and butter issue that directly affect the life of the people, whether the budget is addressing them. I got one I brought with Jackson Fiado. I brought another with JFK. If you go to Jackson Fiado, you will see the same thing there. If you go to the Nima University, the University of Liberia. But mind you, The budget of Ministry of State is increased. The budget of NSA is increased. All of the security apparatus budgets increase. They increase it. So the poor woman has said her children going to UL. If you are given UL good budget, the last time you saw the children in US soup got to go repaint the building. Even though you're talking about 1.2 billion. So I'm just saying to you, the budget is nothing. And trust me, when you take off the donors funding, the 72 million for donors and the 200 million for meter steel, the signature bonus. So try them from there, because you're coming one time in the next 75 years, you only get one time the 200 million is coming. So next year, 272 million is something that will be discounted from the budget. So you don't have 1.2 billion budget. You don't have it. Because if you say you are doing well with the domestic revenue, by this time, it should be reflected in the projects across the country. It should be reflected. The roads condition. In the letter that CDC had, the RIA road that they used to call death trap, today they're taking glory of it. When we started the road from Oganta to Tapeta, they complain again. They said, the checking part to Dogwato, they up there, but today they want to take glory. The sad truth is that they can't go there because they know the people over there know that the project, they are all projects from President Weah time. And the sad truth is that one thing that President Weah's government did that I really used to admire is that everything that Manasseh did, they will give up glory for it. But this government, no. The ministerial complex, if that was the government, they would say, they built it. The overhead pass bridge we're talking about today, you remember when President Weah went to China, they said he was in boss, he went to negotiate for it. Manasseh started it, President Weah went and fixed it, and then they were just waiting for COVID and everything to finish, then the Chinese people can come to start the project. Today, you will never hear his name on it. You will not hear his name on it. Everything you will hear is that they are doing it. So, since 1847, all the projects in the country that President Bouaka government, nobody ever did anything. So even your own house, if you go to the airline, they will say that we paid that house. So nothing we expect from these people, nothing, absolutely nothing. Today, this president is going to tell you that he paid a $10 million project in 4 years. Even though we don't know, one day Ministry of Education or Ministry of Information will give different information. The next day, up to now, the ministry have not told you the source of that project. Every day they are contradicting themselves. One person will say this, another person will say that, another person will say that. That is a story. Today, we're going to hear that, or they have taken the community empowerment project they are giving to President Bouaka Kersen, Francis Humane, and Internal Affairs. That is success story for them today. That is success story.
What could be the success story for Silver 7? You think that the president will want to tell Silver 7 today?
They're going to tell them, manage your expectation. The budget already passed. After the budget, the part of the budget, then the protein comes and say, we're going to set up a committee to review harmonization. But the sad truth, like Minister 12 has said, reviewing harmonization, will you carry doctor salary back to $700? That's what you want to do?
I'm hearing that the president have not signed that budget. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the budget is currently at the legislature. I think maybe Carlos will speak to that. But conclude, please.
If he has not signed the budget has been submitted to his office.
Then it become a law.
So it's a law. That budget has been long since submitted. What we're discussing now is the MDA. That budget is at the executive mansion long since. Since they passed that budget, it's submitted. It has been transmitted to the executive mansion.
I heard that he sent it back. I heard that he sent it back. We want to make some changes related to Silver 7. That's what I heard.
When the president wants to veto, how is it a secret? Remember, you get the people who, when they do one small thing, is always on the social media. Then they will send budget back, and they want to increase. What they did yesterday, they came and said the president suspend GST on importation of AEC material, blah, 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 and this and that, transmitter, this and that, all those things there. Look, we have to be serious in this country. You owing the people in Africa all that money. You can't pay that. They pay the current coming from. Then you tell me, you say you forget about GST. What AEC is actually doing here? So they're just making mockery of the Liberian people. Today, your last night by this morning by 3 o'clock, LEC left in Doazon in Yanakan. Like what we told them, say, we're just getting dry season. When we get in the actual dry season, then we can start measuring, because now we got a climate change situation in this country where they were raining up to January. Now you get real dry season, no current. They are now doing low shading. You call up one community and give it another community. They call up the other community and give it another community. So you can only do your comparative analysis based on the dry season when the water is completely dry, where the current is stable. We don't even go February or March where the water can be dry. Now we're experiencing this situation. Then imagine when we get in February or in March. So all the people they make. What we're going to hear today that the same thing, maybe the president went to Bopodu or Mo Ali from the managing director from Water and Sewer went there and built a 250,000 hand pump that you can build with less than 4,000 in your yard. That's the achievement. The achievement is that maybe those small things that they overstate the cost, that's the achievement. How can you say you're avoiding waste when at the same time you're using just one hand pump in Bopodu, it costs 270,000 when you know in the interior you can never use that amount, even 5,000 to build that hand pump there. You cannot. But it's 270,000. And we went there to go do dedication, the president of the Republic of Liberia. And any serious government who has dismissed the managing director straight right after seeing that project.
Okay, I just want you to respond to this quickly so we can go to our carriers. Why is it that your kinsman is in talking? Why? Why is it that Nima is not benefiting anything as compared to Lofa County? They took the people money and sent it to Lofa. Why is it your kinsman talking? He's the second most powerful man in this country. I can remember the former vice president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, talk about a race car park. Is this one another race car park?
Well, last night when we got you the show, I was listening to Senator Johnson, and I almost shed tears when he was talking about how President Baka blocked his line and all those stuff. But let me say something to you. It's the same people, these people told us that President, we are government. All the appointed people came from the southeastern region. But they forget to tell the Liberian people that the southeastern region are almost 6 or 7 counties there. Today, in this government, 65 or 70% of the employment, especially those lucrative positions, they are all from Lofa. They took over the financial sector. Today, they get the military, almost everything for them. Especially the financial sector, everything went there. And at least you
got a father and daughter for Nima County in government. Father minister, daughter minister, the choirs.
It's now news for us. Even in the NDPL government of Samuel Doe, we have 3 proper ministers. So people who are not reading history, right? The NDPL government, we had 3 proper ministers. So it's not anything big to get 3 ministers now because we may not say we can't treat all of this. You know what I'm saying? So having 3 ministers is not a both because we have had more than that before. But I can tell you, what is happening to Nima is what they signed up for. And some of us told them, they said no. In fact, they said, Vice President Kun was going to be in charge and he was going to be the main driver for this government. Now, on the contrary, he is not in charge. Because of the propaganda Senator Johnson, other guys carrying him, the Vice President will be in charge. Now they are telling you, be patient. But the Liberian got a power, we say dry those people, but what you'll be eating before the dog gets dry? So we're waiting in an imaginary war where they say maybe after President we are second term, then maybe the vice president can come contest, then maybe he can win. That's why they are telling you to win.
Okay. Let me hold you there. Let me hold you. Carlos, there was a serious debate ongoing currently as we speak. You are close to Mr. President. Why have you not visited the former vice president, his running mate? Secondly, what's there for Silver 7 today? What can Silver 7 look up to today from the President's State of the Nation address? At the end of the day, do we expect smiles or regrets?
You talk about President. We are visiting former Vice President Joel Taylor.
There debate all around. He have not visited the former Vice President.
Yeah. Only United Party people running around. They're so concerned about President We are a lot. They're concerned about him more than they're concerned about the welfare of the country, more than they're concerned about the welfare of their own people, more than they're concerned about massive ongoing corruption, more than they're concerned about the state they remain in. Since this government came to power, and many of them walk in the feces water, and they have not been liberated. But on the day of the incident, again, our sympathy and our heart off to former Vice President Joel Taylor. The very day President we are entourage drove there. We stayed there more than 4 hours with former Vice President Joel Taylor. What we decided to do, and it was very necessary not to do the regular photos or video or take the executive mansion that President boycott after I think 2 days, went there with the entire executive mansion press crew. We didn't want an attraction on President We want to sympathize with our family. So we stayed there the entire day. Okay, and I will not talk most of the details, but they talk every day. People visit her every day, and she's very appreciative. But we decided that the photo session will cut off the photo session and the video session. So President We was there on the day. A brother and friend, Philip Taylor, somebody that I've known very well, interacted with like a little brother to me. May his soul rest in perpetual peace. That is Vice President Joel, only child biologically that I know of, and I will regret the incident. Our condolences to the family, including Mr. Taylor, who is in England and in prison. You know, that's his son. So we want to extend our sympathy again. But President We was there, and we don't have to prove anything to anyone. But on the same day, he was there. What they wanted to see, they wanted to see.
On that issue, like Honorable Grace said, it reminds me of the guy from Liverpool, who died in a car accident, Diego Jota. You know what? They didn't allow Messi and Ronaldo to go. They were going to take the attention, and the issue of someone dead was not going to be important. So you got President We are going, you want to carry camera people when his former vice president is crying, her only child is dead, and they want you to be on video doing this. No. He went to simple stars. And mind you, President, we are just going over there. Everybody knows that he went there. I hope there will be jam. And they come and weigh in so to talk to the woman to comfort her. It will not happen. So in Liberia, I don't know what making those guys invest.
They are angry with us.
Yeah.
Angry with us.
The men will not come back to power. We say, okay, you vest. When the man go play football, you vest. When the man walk, you vest. Anything he does, it make you vest. You understand?
No, directly you speaking good English. They say we say in Liberia, anything you do, they vest.
Yes. So we don't know. When you say the man is okay, at one point the president, we are not well. You should be celebrated. You should be happy because he's not well, he will not contest. Why?
Go ahead, Carlos. The 7-7. What can they expect from the president's message today?
No, but on a very serious note, I will say this much to you. I just received news from many opposition lawmakers. In fact, Foucault just wrote on his page. The opposition lawmakers are not being given invitation up to now, which is unprecedented. Because usually they will give you a vehicle pass. They will give you invitation for you and your family to go in. If you don't have that vehicle pass, you don't have that invitation, the EPS can stop you from entry. So Foucault has written that the protocol is the first of its kind. You know, when I was chairman on executive, obviously we'll send the invitation 2-3 days ahead to the international partner, to other government officials, other entities, private areas, and all lawmakers will be entitled to like 2 or 3 invitations, because you come in and you come in with your spouse or the family member. That's what we do. And if you don't have that invitation, the EPS will not allow you to enter. So my understanding is that they have invited more ordinary unity partisans. They're giving them a lot of time to enter the Capitol building. They have started entering the Capitol building already this morning, while the lawmakers, especially the opposition lawmakers, have not yet received their official invitation up to this hour as we speak, up to 9:25 now, as I speak to you. And if you go to Safoko page, he's very clear on that. He wrote that all on his page. I get ready page. And other opposition lawmakers have been calling me to flag this on this program. This is the vindictive nature. This is not reconciliation, especially if at this critical juncture, the lawmakers cannot get that invitation, because many of them are.
Representative Edward Pape Flomo is also informing me that his office had to receive invitation.
Yeah, many of the opposition lawmakers have not received an invitation. So maybe they just want the state of the nation to be a regime state of the nation, which is unfortunate, unprecedented. It's extremely unprecedented. No lawmaker under our administration, when I was chairman on executive of Muna, even under Ellen, we got the invitation on time. It's not the day of the program or at this critical juncture, but now the lawmakers and other people that work us and other people, certain number of workers should be entering the Capitol building. But my understanding is that they want to put 5,000 Unity Party sloganers and praise singers in the yard of the Capitol building today. And it will be very chaotic and disruptive. What do I mean by that? The noise, the cheering. I'm not talking about physical fight, because the guys will go there with noise, the cheering, and all of those things. And like you said, President Bana will be speaking from the same platform that he spoke from when he was and wish the president well. We don't want to wish any wrong for the president of the Republic of Liberia, but wish him well. We heard that maybe the state of the nation may not start on time. The president cannot go for 2-3 hours and the state debating the issue. They want to concise the state of the nation to give an executive summary of what the state of the nation is. Also there is the heat is so much. I hope LEC will now go, because LEC has been like a Christmas light. But again, we want the public to understand, when we speak with facts. And those who go against us and criticize is a shame and embarrassment to the Unity Party-led administration. Okay, especially the leadership on the executive of the Unity Party, and not just the leadership on the executive, but the protocol, the foreign ministry of the Republic of Liberia is responsible for printing all invitations for the state of the nation again. And they send that invitation to the office of the chief clerk for the lawmakers, their family members, their workers, etc. The rest of the invitation is being distributed by the foreign ministry. So don't be surprised today, insignificant people who don't have anything to do there today, the foreign ministry will send all of those invitations out to them to have the maximum cheering squad at the Capitol building. And it will be in the open. I hope it doesn't rain today. We don't want our people to get sick, but I think there's great disrespect. Okay, extremely disrespect to this country, to our lawmakers, those who represent us, especially the member of the House of Representatives. Up to now, opposition lawmakers have not been able to receive their invitation. This is shocking, and this is dangerous. This is bad for the unity of our country, and there can be no defense put up by our friends from the Unity Party. The Unity Party has some very good guys, I respect them, but they cannot put up a defense for this. This is a serious embarrassment.
All right, thank you so much. Garrison went off. He will come back, but looking at the time, can we go to the lines to take few questions? I guess Liberian listening to you will want to ask some questions this morning. Want to weigh in.
You can open the line, but just quickly before you open the line, again, we want to, we got to keep reminding the people, we're streaming live on Liberia Action TV on our Facebook page and also on our YouTube channel. You can go to Liberian Action TV. You can share the live. We're on Bana FM 98.5, cut across the country. Many people across the country are now grew to Bana FM. You know the number of people, the tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people who listen. A lot of people just texting me. They now grew to Bana FM. I'm shocked that the number of people grew to Bana FM now across the country. They follow me and they appreciating the fact that Bana FM is
I think it will be important that you link with Abba Colinas Barkley at 4:00 right after the sonar. You people can just go straight into it to provide the post analysis at 4:00. I don't know how you see it.
What we'll We'll do it tonight at 8 o'clock because the CDC will be issuing an official position statement after the State of the Nation address. So when you say link, what do you mean? To carry the State of the Nation?
Yeah, there is another show here between 2 to 6 that is being run by Apple.
We don't know whether the But
I'm not sure the president will reach 6 o'clock. I don't think he's too strong to stand for 2 hours. I'm not sure he will reach it.
I have to wait for the CDC effective response.
Okay, all right. No problem. We'll be around. No problem.
8 o'clock tonight we'll be on. We'll be here.
No problem. Yeah. 8 to 10. No problem.
Yeah.
We'll be around.
So what you want us to do, to listen to the callers?
Yeah, let's listen to the caller, but please pin the WhatsApp number for followers in the diaspora to phone in. I see the lines already blinking. Just pin the WhatsApp number 0777. Yeah, 0777-985-985. Very soon we'll pin the WhatsApp numbers. Then at Carol's Grade, we take the calls from the diaspora community. But let's begin right here by taking calls from Liberia. Begin with this one. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Jeremy, you getting the callers?
Yeah, getting the callers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, after this is fast for this. Yeah, look, Wisdom, I listened to her this morning. I don't think Kulodo at Mr. Karafe. And Wisdom saw the yellow machine, so many people taking the country to be a parking lot. Or what? Because you bring a machine in the country for a safe park for almost 2 years, then you're taking it back. So the country is saying a parking lot, man.
But the government say no cost attached. You believe it? You believe that?
Oh, Wisdom, your son said, I know that I get all that boy. Go carry that thing to the horse. But I need to believe you. Wisdom, nobody can tell you no cost attached. The government got their own shaving land. When you got your own shaving land, there's no cost attached. But you're not going to shaving land. I'm going to let the man want to go to Brossy, not get a car. Then you say, you're not paying transportation. How you going? Wisdom, how would you get to Brossy? No, you got to find transportation. Wisdom, you know the people, they started with lying. Jesus started with prayer, but they started with lying. They ended with lying. You know, how would you say you will share something that you brought up? So who will pay? So Wisdom, the international community got to be careful with the guys. They got to be careful with the Liberian people. Because the international community giving the ego out.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so kindly. The WhatsApp numbers already been pinned. +231 555 222 26. You can call us and talk for whatsoever part of the world you find yourself.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. David, it's my UTP going in the process of Nimakari, calling from Puzo Island, specifically Bana Beach.
Go ahead.
How you doing? How the money? How the family there?
We're good. We got Honorable Greg, Councilor Yero. We are here this morning.
Let me thank my brother in Nimakati there, who just made a good statement about the money is going to Lufa County. I think probably second last year he heard Brother Samukai. Brother Samukai, where he said the Labrador and the war last. Brother Samukai said, we are always president now. So all the way in Liberia to this state, all now with Bagalgi power, we will not get nothing. So Brother Samukai said, he made a statement, he said, everything we should do everything about for Liberia to be developed. So if you see the number of money is going to Lower County and the government is Lower County government, so that means the number of all of that. The government is Lower County government. So we know everything about Lower County. So you see, some people should not, be thinking about what we should think about is what we can do. I mean, to the government catalog all our resources that they are losing. To catalog everything, the news, the way the children are going in the trenches to elaborate on the development of Georgia in the Georgia country that we are watching online or on the social media. I think that is very good. But because Brandon Samuka told us that Georgia brother from Lower Country and Lower to be Sunday. And
Yeah,
if
we
we
got
get
a caller. We
international
got a
call,
caller.
yeah, go ahead. Let's go to the US. Go ahead, Carol.
Okay, we got a caller here. Caller, your name, where are you calling from?
Well, thank you so much, General Gray and you. This is Dante Pastor.
What's on your feedback? Okay, you can go ahead.
This is Dante Pastor, and from the show this morning, and I want to say kudos to you guys. It's good having you guys on Bana FM. I hope that you guys can extend to other media institutions as well, so that people can follow the show. Now, Winston asks as to what do we expect from the president today? Nothing else. The same old Titanic story he explained when he fainted the other day. You're going to explain that they are paving the road from here to RRA, which of course you know how the road started. They are going to say, yeah, they're going to review harmonization, and they know that it's impossible because they promised the Liberian people in civil servant that they were going to undo harmonization. Today, they cannot undo harmonization. What they have done is that to increase the first salaries of their cronies and their families. So we don't expect too much from Mr. Bwaka and his team. Today, what we expect from them is to tell us to manage expectation. And expectation management is being done by the Unity Party folks as we speak to you. So I can say to you, General Green, we need to create the platform so we all can follow it, so that the real Liberian people outside of the Unity Party who just have propaganda, who came to power only propaganda, but they cannot govern this country well. They cannot provide all peace and security. They cannot do reconciliation. All they have done is vindictiveness. If you speak against them today, they blacklist you, they go after you. So we just want to encourage you guys. Thank you for the show. We appreciate. I will be following, and we want to encourage other people to follow the show.
Thank you, John. We'll invite you tonight on the show. Caller, where are you calling from? Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Lincoln Colley. I'm calling from Pennsylvania, United States.
Oh yeah, Lincoln, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm doing good.
Wow, good morning. You're also early. I said you are up so early, calling from Pennsylvania, USA, right?
Yeah, 4 a.m. here.
Okay, please be audible. Thank you for following.
Yeah, I've been watching the show since 1 o'clock. I've been following you, and I've been seeing all the show, like all the time you got me carry on that of you and how you call him the man from the Makane. One of my men I love from the Makane. How you call him?
Garrison Yeru.
Mr. Yelu, I was once in Liberia 2011, and he one of my best friends in Liberia. I don't know him personally, but I just like him. I just love him because he advocates the war in the Malians and also the wars in Liberia, and also Mr. Akao Gray. And one thing I want to encourage you as a senior brothers to us with the young people that's coming out. You see, there's something that in Liberia that most people don't understand, and they try to make it as a form back to wars with the Liberians and to war with the young people. You know, as I heard people discuss about the SONA today, that Mr. Bwaka SONA will be like, it's just going to be a bunch of lies, bunch of the same ethics that were read to us last year. It's going to be the same repeat. And I think we Liberians, we don't expect something new that we see in the Sonia. And one of my disappointment in the lawmakers.
Yeah, you gotta be fast now because we got other callers. We gotta pick up a lot of callers.
Okay. Yeah, and okay. One of my encouragement to you, Mr. Akao, I would appreciate if you guys can encourage some of us to become on the platform and say something that will be able to move the mind of the youth. I will actually appreciate.
Okay, thank you very much, and we'll invite you on the show subsequently. Just keep in touch.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello? Are you calling to participate? Okay. We got a caller, Winston. Hello?
Hello?
You can go ahead. Call your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, General. My name is Roosevelt Franklin Ivan. I call you from Accra, Ghana.
From Accra, Ghana?
From Accra, Ghana, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You see, General, the President Bwaka administration has failed Liberian people. All today we are going to listen to is a bunch of lies, fake information, meaning Liberian people. The government has done that for Liberia. The government, the people, when President Weah was in power, that President Weah was stealing the country. But today, all they do is the same thing they talked about is what they are doing criminally in the country right now. People are dying mysteriously. People don't even get $5. People are even selling. It is difficult for them to survive. The government has failed massively. And it's a lesson to those who listen to their lives. To learn from this, come 2029 to vote them all power. Because they are criminals.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You say your name again and you call it from Accra. Which part of Ghana?
I'm calling from Accra, Princess.
Oh, thank you very much. And good morning. So, Winston, you could take the calls from there.
Okay, so let's come back home. Let's take 5 calls, then we'll go back to our carols to take off from the US. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Blaney, and good morning to the Bana family, and good morning to the all-town general. Since the establishment of this country, General Akanos Moses Gray, the man who keeping the ruling party, the unity party, the lying party, fit into the fire. And we make sure definitely we keep that feet into the fire so it can flee. Good morning to you, General. Let me go to the point. Mr. Blaney, a year for the general, late 2025, December, that 2026 will be a year for fire. We will not let anything to go upon us. So there is a fire for fire I'm seeing now. The general don't sleep. The general is on the show in the night, in the day. And then what the general is doing now, I'm very happy. This school very small. Take your time on the Liberia Action TV so that we can propagate the message, so that we can propagate the unity party lies. And to the sooner, President Boga last year sooner, he made a lot of victories and lie on other things. He lied on some things, and unfortunately, all those things he lied on, they couldn't implement some of those things. Then it catch up with them again in 2026 sooner.
Okay.
So then 2026 sooner, I don't see what President Boga going to say today because LEC finished scoring sooner already. LEC already scored sooner.
Okay.
The LEC was praising too. I can't even use something 1 minute.
Yeah, we got 4 more calls to take.
The LEC when they were praising 3 months, 4 months, 5 months ago, the LEC is no longer stable again. Even the money coming left my own. So okay. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you so much. 4 more to go. Good morning. Welcome. Lasana CDC Akomala. Welcome.
Wisdom Brian, I'm happy this morning. About the general Akala Gray. Akala Gray, Mr. Akala Gray, my papi, I really appreciate you. What you do for your party. I'm not sitting here. I'm no partisan. I'm a friend. I'm a veteran. But you are the general. Me, I will put a strong soldier on a law pussy from Bana. But Mr. Akala Gray, you are somebody that, yes, would love your party and would love Liberia because when he has, now who can stand for the battle? And the person will always look at. And I want to appreciate you. Honestly, you can come me back to Bana after. I want to make you understand that the power of God is not big. I'm going to tell you that I will follow soldier. Mr. Akala Gray, radio station with the Bana FM is the first radio station in Liberia in our own day. Because I want to tell you that in the history, we get a history in Hawaii. All the people enter today.
Okay,
all the friends enjoying it.
Thank you so much. 3 more to go. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Blaney.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Roxeville, calling from Lubita.
Go ahead.
I'm proud to be a born nation. I just want to make a recommendation. Good morning, General. I'm happy to hear the general voice good morning on the show. And I want to make a recommendation. At least we get, I think, 4 or 5 radio stations. Let us spread ourselves the autobus to carry on these things. So that will be good for our country. Because all of a sudden, they got to get loud. So they got to jump on the show, on the platform, they get the easy. We just be here where I got a month on the other side, but on the show that they everywhere, on all the radio stations, I'll be better on all the radio stations attacking to, and it will be better for us.
That's my recommendation this morning.
Thank you.
General.
2 more to go. We'll go back to the general to take calls for around the world. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Winston, how are you?
I'm okay, Chief. Welcome.
Yeah, this is Mommy Guitar, member of the Solar Movement. Let me really commend the two guests on the line.
Where are you joining us from this morning, please?
I'm calling you from Cinco this morning.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, your network is perfect. Let me really commend you. If people have provided the kind of information before when the former president George Bana was in power here, and I think party life was going to survive. Because the single party told like people like President we were having for the 2 condominium in the compound. After the election, we get to know that our 18 horses are in our place. And they said a lot of things. There was no information to the public. But let me really commend all those who are trying to borrow in the Union Party argument. And today we'll be sitting at the radio quiet to listen to the president because the LDC already will not talk about it. Because the LDC now is very embarrassing to the government because we all were appreciating it by the only progress that they were making. But today the LDC have become disappointment in the black community. So thank you very much of Ogwe and you continue to provide information like what people use to carry to enough and tell the identical embarrassment on behalf of the
Thank you so much. The final one, then we'll go back to the general. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my brother, thank you for this station here. Thank you, Mr. Manager. I will pray to God. Let it open your mind. Just continue on this station because somehow I think through this station I will let you see somehow who just like Akalagwe. Good morning. I want to call you to thank you. Let it topic be continued. Let's forget about those people there are sit-down station. I'm begging you, my people. Let's get to our own station. Thank you. Thank you, people.
It's back to you, General. Take calls if you got from around the world. Go ahead. It's back to you. Kairos?
Yeah, you can take one more.
Okay, all right. Let's take more. Morning, welcome.
Winston.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Winston, how was the weekend?
I'm okay. Is this Christian?
No, this is Nelson.
Nelson, okay. Go ahead, Nelson.
Nelson Pajido. Sedition by DNA. I call from District 13. Let me say good morning to the people, General Gray. Good morning to the people, President. We are Winston. Today, there will be plenty lies from the president, from the 85-year-old president. I told somebody, I said, when Waka tell you, say, rain falling, open your door. Don't just conclude to say, oh, yeah, rain falling. Open your door. Make sure the rain falling before you say, yes, the rain is falling. Because there is nothing this woman will talk, it will be true. Certain time will come, Winston, you will say, oh, the government working, then you go look again, turn around and say, oh, we need to double all Liberian people suffering.
Okay.
So nothing good Liberians will get for him today. Impossible lies together to come out to the Liberian
people.
Okay, thank you, Winston.
Thank you.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello, Cora. Your name is
Good morning, and travel panelists on the show. I'm Deep in Investment Banker Jr. I'm calling from the Ralphie International Airport.
Can you be audible a little bit?
Okay, you getting me now?
You're getting you now, yeah.
Okay, I say I'm calling from the Ralphie International Airport. I'm Deep in Investment Banker Jr. All right. The topic on the discussion about the Sudan today is not something strange to the Liberian people. For the past 2 years, this current government Sudan has not been in the interest of the Liberian people. Where the truth is should be told. Because the past Sudan we listened to our president, he came up with a lot of fallacy, with a lot of lies and fake information. And today we expect nothing new. Like, for example, what are we going to listen to today? The president will not speak on unity, right? Let me specific, let me go in that direction. Because this country is not unified yet under his regime. The president will speak on some road connectivity, yes. that were done in the past regime and try to complete those roles. All right, the president will not talk about corruption. He won't talk about corruption. He won't even mention the $10 million duplex that he is building in Fuya that was
Yeah, we gotta go to other callers, sir.
So the time given me is not enough. So
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
international. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, good morning, Coro. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Samuel Dwell Bodie, and I joined you from Germany this morning.
From Germany? Which part of Germany?
Yes, Braunschweig.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for the show, General. And let me say good morning to the rest of the studio there, Wisdom Bly and the councilor in studio. Yeah, Akara's great. Let me say this. Let me be on the record. You see, our president, that woman, to be honest with you, is someone who has too many lives. When he was vice president, I can remember when assistant minister Nikki Ja took me to his office. He promised River G County 25 pieces of computer for the young people. But then I was the county coordinator of Ministry of Youth and Sports. I ran after that computer until everything went in shape. So what are we going to expect from this man today on the sonar? It's just a recitation. The same old things, the lies they brought to people that distracted people and think that they could choose him over President George Weah. That's the same lies they want to tell us. There is no project this government can point out besides President George Weah project that they are running all around the place with. So that's it. We are expecting those same messages. The same message that brought it to power, that is the same message we are expecting. Thank you so much for the program and have a God bless us day.
Thank you very much. And that's short and sweet we want people to be. Winston, you can take a call trying to get someone on the line to see whether we can get him a surprise person to listen to. So you can take maybe 1 or 2 calls while we're trying to get the person on the line. Winston? Winston, we got a caller on the line. Hello? Hello? Are you calling to contribute? Oh, sure. Winston, you can go ahead.
Morning, 7 minutes to go. We'll take 2 more, then we'll go back to our panelists to wrap up. Good morning. Hello?
Morning. Hello?
Yeah, morning. Welcome.
Thank you. This is Marcy on the line with you this morning. Yeah. Thank you. Look, if ear hard tap, I will put my ear today for Bokasuna. Because nothing in it. Nothing. The same whole thing is going to repeat it again. In the ear hard tap, I'm going to put my ear to the whole day pass for Bokasuna. Because just a mess will be inside. Nothing will come from there. As you see the rule of law of this government, you see it going straight. As you are journalist, my son, they're going straight on the government. No. You come to the rule of law, nothing coming up on the government. What they can do change, nothing. When you go to the job, we have the right to go. That's what you came for. You cannot change the narrative of just me. I'm talking about you. Is there nothing in the country? You damage your country. But the country you have damage your data, the country now is really on. That's why you're letting out the life saying that your project. They're not for coming to show the project the program that they will not be 2029. Nothing else will tell us. You will fit in the right year to come in again. Nothing else will say they will not say in the street. So they have to say in the street. Nothing else will matter.
Okay, Mama.
Nothing else will still open. The food, the restaurant is 2,700 now. Come and see you go to press. 2,780 for alcohol right now. It's the representative for 2,400. Come and see. None of us is in darkness. They said they were following of those who were children government. But today, what happened to the recovery? Off and off. The panel we have brought today, the girls will look at the government. They say that they be so panel. What going on? After 2 minutes, they're going to go deep. Get a fire truck. Nothing going to say on the government. They're just going to lie again. People are dying on their the year old, 3 men, they say, get that. When they are cohort, won't be a check. 3 men will go later, so the year old get that. The baby again. The baby took my wish again, like a 2 9 comment, that the baby is so massive. How to get you this year?
Okay, Master. Thank you, Master.
Also, report a liar, criminal, that you will see the government. He's going to lie again. You want to upstairs radio, you say, I think about that, but after the day, in the podcast, then you come out and say, oh, it's from Bana, New York. What can I do, Kevin? You brought me here, you carry me, oh, you see. So you don't miss it.
Thank you, Master. See, we don't have time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Thank you so much. You can come back this evening. We'll be here at 8 p.m. from 8 to 10. You can come back. Yeah, let's go back and take our final caller for today's edition. Morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning. My name is Lawrence P. Toba. I'm calling from Grand Judea Sunday.
For Grand Judea, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the show. First, I'd like to commend every panelist on the show, and especially for our General, Honorable Akara Gray. I want to say thank you for the good work. Continue. Yeah, my brother, this government has failed out a lot to admit. There's nothing. The people come to power with of lie. Look at the hospital that John we have built in Grand Judea County. And they said they came to do the dedication of this hospital. I can remember in the reading of former President George Weah, when he went to go dedicate a project that my early started and he ended it. And he invited the woman there to dedicate that project together. But imagine, my brother, this one time, Jeremiah Kuhn, to even call, to even appreciate our former president, to tell you that people still have our head in their heart. How the country will move forward. He started calling for Joseph during our time, all this president. Come to Taylor before early to say, Eric job, we are not even clear because he not want to mention it. There is wickedness. As you can see in the people, they have that grief. But you know the Bible always say that every seed you sow, like what you will reap. So we don't expect anything new for the president.
Okay, thank you so much. Our time is out already. We should be out of here by 10 o'clock. But General Gray, I want to begin by going to Councillor Yeru to please give us his parting comment. I think it was a wonderful show, and we hope to return at 8 p.m. today.
Okay, Winston, thank you for having us here. Honorable Gray, I think when you go to the comment section, you better know that most of the people are saying we should expand this network beyond in most of the counties. And I think exactly what we need to do. Because, like I said last night, we cannot allow this guy to, for 1 hour of last to spend in the ears of our people to go to bed with it. The people are hungry. The bread and butter issue is not addressed, but they are looking up to us. And as long that the people looking to us for direction, we cannot sit supinely and allow these guys to flow with their lives. We have to be very meticulous, fearless, and focus on the issues. Because one thing that happened to the CDC government, we didn't do well with public relations. And in opposition, we cannot allow the government to get more strength again in public relations. So we have to be strong this time around. And by that, we want you people to expand the program all over. Let the people in Nimba get the message. Because currently in Nimba, there's some of the community radio train their friend, and when you want to call and say, tell us what you want to talk about. But when we can find that we can collaborate with the True FM family there, where they will keep our program live, the Nimba people will get the message. How many people in Nimba know that all of their money is going to Lofa County? How many people know that father was not given to GW Harley, but 1 million was given to Kolahun in this budget from the 200 million? So these are things that we need to be telling the people so that they can know that Bwaka came to rob the people of Nema and enrich the people of Lofa. So you listen to the final minister in Lofa County in a few days. Even though he gave Lofa Community College more money than Nema University, he was in fact telling them, will increase your budget next year. He was telling them, but he's not telling Nema, he's not telling Kate, he's not telling all the other areas that will increase your budget. But because he's from Lofa, he said, we get the financial sector. We will increase it next year. So let us be here every time. I'm available anytime you need me. we are available, brother. We have to fight for this cause. There's a revolution. We're in it with our life and our soul. Thank you.
This is a revolution. We're in it with our life and our soul. Dodo from Nimba County has spoken. The strongest man from Grand Cape County also. I know how he got that name. Maybe we'll ask questions. But Garrison, we really do appreciate you. I want to appreciate the family of Bana FM for helping us. Liberia Action TV will be available. We'll start going live. Action from communities, from other programs. We'll start that during the course of next week, very early. We'll get some reporters out. But Garrison, you struck a very important point. And other for people who are asking that this program should be widespread across the country. If you are a sedition, you get some influence on other radio stations, you can talk to them. There's a voluntary thing. We will allow them to relay. We'll run on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. regularly. Bana has been very good to us. We want to appreciate Abu Bana Kamara. We're talking to Kings FM. We're talking to Freedom FM in Monrovia. We got our people interpreter who have to relay in Grand Crew. The former speaker of Fanatic Kofa has guaranteed that the station that will be relaying in Grand Crew. We talked to our people from Lofa County. There's a station there. The CDC should have some influence there. We hope that they can also relay in Lofa and Bon County. Already we got a connect and a contact there. But all of these things, Garrison, okay, is something that we initiated personally as part of our contribution towards the CDC. But at the end of the day, we'll ask others to contribute so that we can have the stations relay. We'll talk to Musa Bedede to see whether we can relay this program on 2 FM in Nimba. It's very important because it covers a lot of areas. We can talk to DJ Blue to see whether Hot FM can relay this program. But I just want to say, I wanted to have Safoko on the line. Safoko, we have you live on Bana FM and Liberia Action TV. You posted something very important. I caught it by surprise. I hope I'm not embarrassing you, but you posted that you people have now received invitations and we're running up. So can you just speak on it, maybe less than 2 minutes? You are live on Bana FM and Liberia Action TV. Honorable Safoko.
Thank you, Honorable Gray. I'm grateful. Thank you. And that's not an embarrassment. Yes, I posted on my Facebook page, and there's a heated debate right now, different exchanges into our various chat rooms, most especially when it comes to the legislature, barbaric attitude of denying, tough talking, and critical lawmakers from having access to the sonar today. They have not given our access, they have not given our invitation, they give it to some people. That is one of the 43 lawmakers from their end receive their invitation and access, and even their guests. When you were there as a chairman executive, they will give you your access, you will give your access, you will give the invitation, and you also give a lawmaker another access and invitation for a guest. Some people will come with their spouse, and some people will bring their personal guests. So we have not gotten that. Since this morning, we've been asking. Since yesterday, we've been asking. So we also got informed that they don't want some of us to go and attend the sonar on ground that we are critical. I don't know why they don't expect people to be critical, but it is our constitutional right to form part of the sonar, and I can assure the Liberian people that I will attend the sonar today no matter what.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of representative of District Number 9, Frank Safoko. Your final word, Foko, what do you expect from the State of the Nation address today?
No, I think what we expect today has been portrayed by the leadership of the House of Representatives that Mr. Bana has nothing to say to us today. And they are very definite that the Liberian people will be disappointed. This is why they don't want some of us who have critical minds to sit under the president, because it will lead to great disappointment. But today I don't expect anything. I think I just expect Mr. Bana to speak about the overhead bridge that he doesn't know about. I expect him today. Nothing. I told you, just a normal letter.
Fogo, can you come on? Can you come on later on this evening to join us at 8 o'clock? Can you come on?
Oh yes, obviously I can be online tonight. It's no problem. I will come to speak because I will be responding to the president soon today.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable. We don't want you to exhaust yourself. 8 o'clock, trust me, will be a blast on Liberia Action TV, Bana. Hopefully, Freedom and hopefully Kings FM and other radio stations across the country. But we really want to.
If possible, we should get Chairman Cole on the show this evening as well. We can talk more. But thank you so much,
gentlemen. Wish you well. Please be calm, be peaceful. And it's your cardinal responsibility to be there as part of being a lawmaker and representing your people there. Thank you very much and wish you a wonderful day. Thank you, Sir Foco. So, yes, so we do appreciate everyone who came on our live, those who commented waterfall and against. To the various radio stations, Relay, Bana FM, we want to appreciate you. Garrison, we also want to appreciate you. We ask many people to follow Liberia Action TV, both on Facebook and on YouTube. We're also creating a link on Instagram, and we'll sometimes go live on TikTok also.
Our time is out, General. We gotta go.
Yes. Thank you, and we have to go. We'll be back at 8 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Garrison, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Bana, thank you very much. You know, we're coming to a close, so you just need to switch off from your end. Yeah, thank you very much.
I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not know. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach in DNA unique, they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you. That's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us.
And I guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or the loser. Today we all wear the jersey of Liberia, and the victory belongs to the people, to the peace and to our democracy. As we begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George Foke Klonjrade Bakugbe Tape Manewia, the new president, will first give thanks and praises to the Almighty God for the blessing He has bestowed upon our country. And I say, my people, thank you,
The supporters of His Excellency Joseph Boakai presents him as a poor man from Lofa, and I said that he will understand the plight of the poor people. Fellow Liberians, do not be fooled. Vice President Bana is not poor like you, not even as me. As Vice President, his office received more money from the government budget than any other Vice President has received in Liberia's history. He has enjoyed some of the best and most lucrative government jobs. Minister of Agriculture, Ambassador, Managing Director of LPMC, at the time when LPMC had money, and several other positions. First President Bana might have been pulled a long time ago, but today he is among the richest 1% of Liberians who are enjoying the best of this country.
That led to decades of war still run deep. but so too does the longing for reconciliation. A reconciliation defined not by political bargaining or by an artificial balance of power by tribe, region, religion, or ethnicity, but by the equality of opportunity and a better future for all Liberians.
I'm extremely happy to be in the United States of America, long considered the lands of free and the home of the brave. My visit here today is a response to the kind invitation extended me by President Ronald Reagan, a man of abiding courage, strong will, and foresight. As you know, Liberia and the United States have a long and historic friendship which spans more than 150 years.
And we have to respect her.
What I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that Mr. Kobe is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia is complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I'm sure you were here, right? You playing the game, right? I'm married to Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense.
I resigned May 11. When on the start of the new session, after the president of Liberia, after our Supreme Court victory for us, and the president made his now famous speech that they will continue to work with the so-called majority, even before defining what that majority was going to be, because we're going into a new session. We decided that to avoid the continuous confrontations and acrimony at the legislature, we decided to step aside. So we resigned. They never got the votes to try us or remove us, and we maintain they would not have gotten the votes. There is a reason why the Constitution requires a supermajority, and if we wanted to go by the rule of law, and we should go by the rule of law, 49 votes were required. That was never attained, so we resigned.
I'm too hard on the CDC. You know, it's for reasons sometimes, Akaro. The big ball that CDC dropped, one of it was right here in Nimba. My brother, let me tell you something. There's nowhere in the world where hundreds of candidates participate in the election. And in the second round, only 2%. And the number of vote cast in the second round is more than the first round. It's not possible. That's what happened in Nimba.
He is adjusting. Watch this moment without any commentary. It's going down. First blow. There you have it.
Because the party felt betrayed, the Salif-led administration was slashing jobs and cash and political cohesion, arresting our people arbitrarily, putting them behind bars. The CDC got challenged. We brave the storm. We challenge the status quo. We never surrender. The first 6 years we never surrender. 12 years we never surrender. And this party will never, with emphasis, ever surrender to the evil forces. By 2011, 3 of our soldiers were executed on this party ground. 2 at the back and 1 right at the headquarters. The man who shot and killed our people today is a darling boy in the Liberia National Police. They brought him back to shoot more guns. Get ready to shoot. Because we challenge the status quo appropriately. Kroma was murdered on this battleground. The boy was killed